Yeah, it's your boy Polo the Swag King, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And now that you know what type of party it is, let me stop all the shucking and jiving and come on with the come on. How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all feeling good, because I'm feeling good. I'm talking about, man, looking fine. I want the cheese from the cheddar to the mozzarella. You heard me? Talking big boy shit today. It's been a while, man. I miss y'all. I hope y'all miss me. Some of y'all probably didn't, let's be real. But hey, I'm back, man, and we finna get this thing popping off the rip. That was French Montana say, huh? Hey. My boy Cody don't like that at all. He said French Montana one of the worst rappers in the world. And, I may or may not disagree, but that nigga got a diamond song. What's that? You're so unforgettable. Can't wait to get you alone. You know that shit? With I think Sway Lee and ooh, some shit like that. I'm fucking it up real good. But anyway, back to the matters at hand, man. This is Polo's POV. I'm coming in hot right now off top of the dome because it's been a while. I kind of miss y'all, man. And that's Bozzy. She apparently she miss y'all too. And somebody might be in the house while I'm in this session because she don't bark unless she sees somebody that she don't recognize. So if this might be the best show ever, I might get robbed right here live. Let me stop playing. They know better. But anyway, welcome to Polo's POV, y'all. Let's get this thing cracking. I'm coming right off the top. It's a lot of crazy stuff been going on. So I'm going to just hit y'all with a feel-good one right off the top. A son grows his hair out for 2 years to make his mama a wig to give it to her because she was going through chemo. Now, man, if my son did some shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a dude, so I probably wouldn't wear no wig. But if my son grew his hair out and had it sent off and got me a wig made because I needed it, because I was going through chemo, I probably would. And I wouldn't give a fuck who had something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's how I feel about that. But y'all probably done heard about this in the news, but I'm going to try to break it down a little bit. The Inflation Reduction Act, that's some shit Biden done passed. He been shooting for, been trying to, he been on the ropes, come off the ropes, but he just couldn't knock it down. But he finally got it in. So I want to go into a little more detail about that because that do affect us as middle class Americans now. And I take that back. The big ballers got to worry about it too, because I think it's got some shit in there where these big corporations, they go take a nice little, they taxes go up. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, hate it or love it, I don't necessarily disagree with it, but at the same time, now I got to play both sides. Now I got to look at it from all angles. Now if I went out and made all this money on my own, you shouldn't tax me and give it to motherfuckers that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the rich people go say. But now, the middle class and other motherfuckers go say, well, yeah, they got it. Let them come on with it. So, it just depends on how you feel about that. And I'm interested in how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? You done went out and made millions and millions of dollars with no help, and they go tax you more and give it to motherfuckers that didn't help you get there. But at the same time, you the person that's working hard every day and you just can't seem to get ahead. You might need some help from the person that already got it. So like I said, that's a back and forth. That just depends on how you look at it. But you can hit me up at MarcoPolo2K at iCloud.com, Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram, or Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. But also in this Inflation Reduction Act, is going to put a cap on Medicaid for older folks, and Medicare can also negotiate drug prices. And basically, what that's saying is you can't be charging the old folks, and they in Walmart trying to decide if they need to get some Sunny Delight. I think it's bright and early. I know old folks drink that bright and early now. Bright and early. Or they need to pay for their medicine. They shouldn't have to decide on that. So it'll be a cap on it. I'm thinking like, if my information is correct, like $2,000 a year. No matter how much medicine they take, no matter how much medicine they need, they won't be out of no more than $2,000 a year. So me personally, I think that's a great idea because these pharmaceutical companies, they making this shit and selling it 10, 12, 13 times more than what they can, what it costs them to make it. They got to make their money too. I understand that, and then like I said, also Medicare, they can negotiate. You know what I'm saying? They can, if them motherfuckers anything like Polo, man, we gonna be in that bitch. Look at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Look. Now, you got the blood pressure medicine going for this right here. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you about 24 for the blood pressure medicine. But now on this cholesterol, and you got to work with me now. I'm going to buy this blood pressure every month. Guaranteed. That's money in the bank for you. Guaranteed. But now you got to work with me on this cholesterol. I'm going to need that for a little lower than what you sending everybody else. Because you feel what I'm saying? Negotiation. You know how they go. And basically, it's just the drug game. That's basically all it is. Pharmaceutical companies ain't no but legal drug dealers. Yep, I said it. And also give tax breaks to people that own electric cars. If you want to put solar panels on your house and anything that, as they call clean energy. You know what I'm saying? But now, me personally, I do know for a fact, I think it's like a $7,500 tax credit if you get an electric car. But here's the B-U-T. Really, it can be a B-U-T-T because this is a big ass. It's got to be made in America, and the parts got to be made in America. But they do make exceptions for certain cars. So you got to make sure, don't think you just go out and buy a fucking electric car and you're going to get $7,500 tax break. Don't think that. You need to do your research. I'm a big fan of doing your own research. You ain't got to listen to me. You don't listen to nobody. Do your own fucking research. And then that way, you know. And then when you do your research the research. Because a lot of shit be bogus on the internet and on Google and all that, to throw motherfuckers off of what's really going on. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you the truth. But I do like this because I know a lot of people that's diabetic. I have a lot of family members that's diabetic. Insulin, it also puts a cap on insulin. No more than $35 a month. And it depends on how bad of a diabetic you are, how much insulin you need. And people like struggling to get the insulin to keep them alive. And basically, because you ain't got no insulin and you need insulin, you go die. Just that simple. So it will put a cap on that for $35 a month. Now, you can hate or love Biden. You can agree or disagree. But for me, thinking about the elderly people and the sickly people in America, you got to get that shit up for them. You know what I'm saying? We could do it. We could have been done it, but we just never did it. So, and I actually think just Polo talking, and these are my views. They don't represent any publisher or platform that carries my podcast. But I think this is going to be, I don't give a fuck what he do afterwards or what he done did before. The gas prices, inflation, all that is blamed on Biden. If you had, in a sense, one man can't do anything in this world, not one man by himself, there's got to be some other shit. But besides that, I think this one bill with the cap on the insulin and the cap on medicine and Medicare being able to negotiate with drug companies, I think this is going to be the legacy of his campaign or his presidents. I can't say presidency, the time he was president, how about that? I can't say presidency, some shit like that. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. That's something y'all can motherfucking email me. MarcoPolo2K at iCloud.com. Polo_DA_swag_king. Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. Because I want to get y'all involved because I think it's presidency or some shit like that. I'm mad at myself, okay? But it's something, the time he in office. That's what I'm trying to get. The time he in office, this gonna be the legacy. This one bill. I think it don't matter what he does. I think he got about 2 years, maybe less, something like that. But anyway, fuck Biden. I don't think none of these politicians give a fuck about us. This is my personal opinion, and they don't represent no publisher or platform that carry the podcast. But LeBron James, King James. Now this motherfucker need to run for president. I ain't lying. He got it all, and people follow him. They love him. He got a strong face though. I ain't got nothing against Bron. Bron got a strong face. He look like you still on him, you go hurt your hand. You know what I'm saying? He just got a thick chin or something like that. Is that a term, thick chin? I don't know. But he's just a strong face motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, King James signed a 2 year. It's 2 years now, people. 2 years. That's catching this. $97 million extension. He was already on a contract. He said, if you want 2 more years out of me, it's going to cost you damn near $100 million. And guess what they said? Okay, we can do that. That was a high pitch because I'm pretty sure but let's keep LeBron. And then guess what? It's a good investment because as long as he on the team, people going to want to come to the Lakers just to play with him. You know what I'm talking about? So, but anyway, that's damn near $50 million a year on an extension. So, shout out to LeBron for that, man. Give this man a round of applause. And also, a lot of it, LeBron is he do a lot of activism work in the community. You know, I think he's part on a baseball team or something. I think he's the first black man to do that. He's also the first active billionaire. Keyword active, because somebody go, oh, Michael Jordan's a NBA player that's a billionaire. That's what they're gonna say, but he ain't active. Okay, and he made a lot of his money off his shoes. You know what I'm talking about? And no knock on Jordan, of course. Hell no, Jordan the man. Actually, if you compare stats side by side, championships, MVPs, time to get there, time in the league, Jordan really shitting on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? If you just compare the stats. That's some more research I can do. But keeping it moving. Solange Knowles, y'all probably don't know the name, but now if I say Beyonce's sister, y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. She's the first black female to compose our New York City ballad on Broadway. I hope I got that right. I think it was Broadway. But shout out to her. And it's got to kind of be hard being Beyonce's sister. I mean, it's Beyonce. I just found out she got about 6-7 records in the world, and in the Guinness Book of World Records, just off music. She got the most, I think, what is it for music, Grammys or something like that. She got the most of any artist ever. You can pick one, and she got more than them. And to me, it feels good to see her do something in her own lane that she can get credit for, that her sister ain't done already. So shout out to Shalon. Oh man, this one right here. Hold on, y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? 2-year-old baby bites a snake to death after the snake bit them on the lip. Wait a minute. What the hell you just say, Polo? Man, I said the 2-year-old baby bite the snake to death after the snake bite him on the lip. Now, I done heard of baby kids. Y'all might not have heard of baby kids. I done heard of baby kids. But how fucking bad these kids is in 2022? And this after the snake bite him first. Now, it might not have been a venomous snake. Either way, venomous or not, when a snake bites you, they bite pretty much to the bone. You ain't got too much bone in your lip. Or I don't know what a snake bit him at. They didn't say that. They just said the snake bite. No, they did say the snake bit him on the lip. So I don't know. But the kid bit the snake to death. 2 years old. Ooh, woo. His mama to blame for that shit. She raising a monster, a savage. I mean, man, fuck. 2 years old, bro. A snake. I ain't gonna bullshit you. If anybody know me, they'll tell you right now, I am terrified of a snake. I don't give a fuck. Green snake, garden snake, it don't even matter. If I see a snake, it's over. The only way I'm gonna deal with a snake is if it's between my family and my kids. Other than that, I don't know. It just got to be what it got to be. Cause I'm just gonna get on down. And they said the snake was like 20 inches. But now, I could understand this for one point. Have you ever got bit by a baby? Man, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. It seems like the younger they is, like when they first start getting teeth and they want to bite on everything, man, that's a puncture wound. Sometimes it's like they got the hardest bite ever. But shout out to the badass kids. He ain't let that snake get the best of him that day. Anyway, switching gears. Now, this one right here I find crazy because, I do a little music myself. I got a couple songs, Polo, D.A., Swag King. I got So Fly, the anthem, and Ants in the Pants floating around. I might drop some more. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they had FN Mecca. Now, this was the first artificial intelligent artist. This was Capitol Records' bright idea, by the way. But here go the fucked up part. This is not a real person. This is artificial intelligence. They make him up and whoop the whoop, blase, blase. But this motherfucker had 10 million followers. Couple days. Not even a real person. They got the lyrics and whoop the whoop. They had it all figured out. And which I kind of understand. Okay, this ain't a real person. We ain't got to worry about him getting shot in the streets. We ain't got to worry about him not making studio time. We ain't got to worry about, But at the same time, it takes away from the real people that use hip hop to make a living. Let's be honest about how many of these rappers coming out of poverty-stricken communities and rough neighborhoods and rap was their way out. They come back, help build the community up, and now you got a new generation of entrepreneurs and people that's trying to have something. So that was my first problem with it. It's an AI rapper. So who's writing rap? It was a white guy writing the raps. But everything was all good. He had 10 million followers till he said the word nigga. You can't have an AI person, an AI rapper that's his raps getting wrote by a white guy saying the word nigga. 2 days later, no more FN Mecca. And then he looked at weird too. Y'all gotta look that one up, bro. Y'all gotta look that one up. But all of a sudden, they apologize and shut it down. You just can't do it. And then who thought nigga would be so powerful? You know what I'm saying? I use it pretty frequently, depending on the situation. But to me, a nigga is an ignorant person. And that can be black, white, blue, green, don't matter. Actually, I know more, just to be real about it, I know more white niggas than I do black niggas. Put that on your forehead. But anyway, moving right along. Keeping it black. American Airlines got an all-female black crew for the first time in history. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. All-female now. I never seen it. That mean the pilot, the stewardess, and the whole crew was black and female. So I guess the Woman King was right on time because I think it just dropped that weekend. The Woman King right on time. But what wasn't on time, it took for 2022 for this to happen. You know what I'm saying? 2022. But shout out to American Airlines. And I think I got a little stock in them if I'm not mistaken. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get you some stock, my nigga. I'm telling you now. I'm trying to do this shit. But now, speaking of a different kind of stock, but now this stock he trying to take some stock. Y'all remember when Kim Kardashian got robbed a couple years back when she was at a motel or something somewhere and they got all her jewelry and all that? Well, check this shit out. Come to find out, the robber was like 60, 70 years old. Like they got a whole group. I can't think of the group name, so I'm going to just paraphrase. The old ass robbing gang. Old ass men taking people's shit. Like, I don't know why they ain't somewhere taking Nugenics, working out, trying to see what rest home they gonna be in for. I don't know why they ain't doing that. But instead, they are robbing people. Apparently, they in shape. Because, well, it's a woman. She's a celebrity. She probably just gave it up. But, like, robbing people ain't no easy task. You know what I'm saying? Some people might not want to give up the shit. But anyway, that wasn't even the crazy part. His age was, okay, crazy world. He old, in shape, old ass man robbing people. But now this is what I don't get. They say he studied on social media. Then this motherfucker turned around and wrote a book about it. Oh man. Well, here go the crazy part. I kind of want to read the book. Y'all ain't mad at me. I kind of want to read the book. But the robber, not only he done robbed the woman, I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure they know it was him. They go give him some jail time or whatever. But he wrote a book about it. This motherfucker now, he an author. He a whole author. So that's the crazy part. But If you think about it, he was smarter than the son bitch. They say crime don't pay, but in this case, he got an author credit and somebody bought the book. You know what I'm talking about? Crazy world we live in these days, man. Crazy world. And then speaking of criminals, hold on, y'all. Speaking of criminals, I know a lot of dope boys and wanna be cool ass niggas gonna be mad about this one. Dodge canceling the Charger and the Challenger. And you better go and get that motherfucker now. Cause they ain't gonna be making them no more. And if you do get one, they might be high dollar for the simple fact they ain't making them no more. You know what I'm talking about? But on a positive note, and then I don't know. I take that back. I like the Challenger. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a Challenger over the Camaro just for the room. You know what I'm saying? My wife got the Camaro, and it's just the room. And the newer your Camaro, the smaller it is. You know what I'm saying? They get faster, but they get smaller. And me being well over 6 foot, but now a Challenger, I can sit comfortably in a Challenger front seat or back seat. It's no chance to get me in the back seat of a Camaro. No chance. If I'm not driving on the passenger seat, I'm not going. And I don't give a damn what year model it is. That's just so. And I like the Charger because it's got the room, kind of like the Maxima. You got, you can get on down the road if you need to. What old Future say? Stand up in the motor, bust the dab, or whatever shit he said. Some shit like that. You can get on down in these cars, but they are four-door and they got room. So, but Nissan still making the Maxima though. That's the only difference. So I don't know what Dodge got going on, but they announced they will be canceling the Challenger in the Charger. And unless you've been on the rock somewhere, I'm just going through this real fast. Unless you've been on the rock somewhere, Biden forgiving student loans, $125,000 for couples, $10,000 for Pell Grants. And I think this is just a stunt to get the young vote because in a way, I don't know if we can really afford it, but we supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world. But I think if a motherfucker want to go to school, let them go to school. We shouldn't have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a money scheme. Motherfucker go to school and they end up $80,000, $90,000 in debt. They spend half of their fucking life paying off student loans and debt. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a money grab on the government part. That's just what I feel about it. And then who's going to pay for this? It's going to be motherfucker like me. The person podcast you listen to, you, because it's gonna be tax dollars. You just can't get that shit up like that. So I feel like if school not gonna be free, and I might get some hate on this, don't be forgiving the debt. Just make it free so they won't have debt to forgive. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with it, hit me up. Walk up Polo2K at iCloud.com, Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram. And Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. This is my thoughts and opinion, man. They don't represent any publisher or platform that I do this on. I'm just saying, like, if they didn't have nothing to forgive, you wouldn't have to forgive it. And if motherfucker want to further their education, let them do it. I'd rather pay the teachers or like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't charge the student. And then motherfucker might change their mind. They don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people start college and end up doing something else, opening a business and doing this. But, like, just me personally, I want to go back to do some stuff, but they told me it's going to be $35,000 for a 2-year course. $35,000. And just me being, I ain't graduate, but I got 2 GEDs. It's not good math for me. I can think of a lot that I can do for me and my family for $35,000. And plus I'm making decent money right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I wasn't making decent money right now, that would be an option. But I got to take on debt to make more money. That's if I can make more money because there's no guarantee you're going to get hired. You might have to, there's no guarantee it's going to be jobs available in that field that you took. And that's another problem. So I think that whole little deal need a overhaul, if you ask me. But here's some good news about school. Westside High School in New York with Principal Akbar Cook. Now this guy, hats off to him. If you don't know him, Google him, get to know him. Because they got a school up there in Westside, New York. And man, he's teaching these kids how to do LLCs, private companies, entrepreneurs. They got a whole album. They got like a record album out, like a whole album. And I think it's called Focus on the Love. And it's got the kids on there. So they're going to benefit from that. Man, they got a Capital One bank inside the school or on the school premises. And it's ran by the students. They sell hot sauce and books. These are all licensed by the students. So they profit off that. So, man, shout out to this guy. Shout out to Westside High School. And to me, that goes back to what I was just previously saying. We got to change the narrative sometimes on it. You still got trade out there. Like a lot of people don't know plumbing, electrician, and all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily. I see a lot of the younger kids. They're doing the nursing. And you know what I'm saying? You go no, and then they're gonna have that depending on what program they went in, or if that Biden shit don't get them out of it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Akbar Cook of Westside High School in New York City. And then it also makes me think about the opportunities when you're out of the city as opposed to, or when you out in the city as opposed to Mississippi. Because Mississippi schools, they don't think like that. I just got a letter the other day. Nobody gets free lunch no more. It don't matter who you are. You're going to pay for your lunch, whether you can afford it or not. They want candy drives, beta clubs. And they want the parents, and some parents can, some parents can't. They want you to donate all this money to the school, and who knows what the kids are doing, what the school is doing with it. But in New York, you got a same school. Well, it's a high school, but they're teaching kids about LLCs, business management, entrepreneurship, and stuff like that. These kids selling records on the internet. I think last I checked, they was over 500,000 copies sold. Probably more than that by now. So that's the difference. Opportunities and environment. I believe Elon Musk, if you don't know who he is, he's the richest motherfucker in the world. Tesla CEO, Starlink, got 3 or 4 different companies that's doing well. But that's what he said. The best thing for you to do sometimes is move away from home. Get in a different environment, get in a different mindset. And that's just game. Y'all owe me for that one. Keep listening to my podcast. Well, anyway, back into the crime. Gauntlet. That was the officer that signed the false affidavit. They got Breonna Taylor shot. Remember, I want to say it was in Kentucky. They had the no-knock warrant. Kicked the door in. They was looking for a boyfriend and ended up shooting her. She was like a paramedic or something like that. I think she's on trial. Her trial might even be over now. That's on me there. But I'm pretty sure it's over. But the point of me bringing the story up was she falsified the affidavit just to get the warrant. And just to keep it 100, just to keep it real, would she have falsified it if it wasn't that neighborhood, if they wasn't black? Okay, I'm going to just leave you with that and keep it moving. Now, I know some stupid people, but this motherfucker got to be the stupidest motherfucker that ever set foot on planet Earth. Man get cold fries at McDonald's. He mad about the fries. He get into it with the manager. They having words. He called the police, not the manager. The customer called the police. But when the police get there, this motherfucker got a warrant on a murder charge. Oh, man. Wait a minute. You called the police, but you got a warrant for a murder charge over some McDonald's fries? Them bitches ain't even that good. No way. For real. If you don't get them motherfuckers hot out the grease, and they got to put the salt on it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We already know how McDonald's rock. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But now you going to jail over some McDonald's fries. And guess what? Here's a little FYI. You ain't even get no fries in motherfucking jail, bro. You ain't getting crinkle cut, string cut, curly. You ain't getting none of that shit. It is Ober with a B. It's Ober. O-B or Ober. It's Ober. Gotta be the stupidest motherfucker ever set foot in the county. But anyway, keeping it moving. Going into some celebrity shit. Your boy Drake. Everybody knows Drake. Drake has 30 top 5 hits. That's the most of any artist. Hey, you know how sticky it gets. Do. Everybody thought that was the dumbest shit ever. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them. But that shit just wore on you. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm there every time that motherfucker come on. You know how sticky it gets. My brother's name is Dollar. Stop all that woofing on the net. And then what's the drop to do? Like, well, wasn't supposed to come up with nothing this clean. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit there. But shout out to Drake, man. Keep it moving, keep it moving. And more celebrity news. Snoop. I'm talking about, man, Snoop everywhere. Def Jam, Martha Stewart, Corona. I just seen his comedy thing on Netflix. He had some good comedies too. D. Ray Davis. I think Melanie Camatra, Cat Williams. He had it was a pretty big deal, man. It was funny as shit. I laughed. And they was sitting out there chilling. But Snoop done partnered up with Master P, and they dropping Snoop Loops. I know you heard of Fruit Loops, but Snoop Loops. Now, I ain't gonna bullshit you. It's a little cheesy ass name, but I feel them though. And guess what? Motherfucker go buy them. I'm at least try them. I gotta do that. Master P and Snoop. But shout out to them. And Master P doing his thing, man. Y'all don't think this dude done went nowhere. About it. That dude right there, he's still doing his thing. You know what I'm talking about? I think he said, y'all can have the streets. I'll take the grocery store. Fish fry. He got bottled waters. I'm talking about, hey, I think they sell this shit at Kroger, man. I'm going to try his fish fry because he is from New Orleans now. So, I'm just saying, you know, got to get that herb for the fish, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? Going down in the major way, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to have to fuck with the fish fry. I'm going to try it anyway. But yeah, shout out to them two guys, man. But this has been another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. But you know what? Let me start with the shucking and jiving and get on jealous ass women before I get on about this thing, man. I don't understand a jealous person. I mean, I can understand you don't want to see the person you love showing affection or feeling to somebody else. But have you ever thought maybe you just seeing it that way? Maybe they're not thinking about it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, if you with a person, you already done won. Like, it's like winning a award but not accepting a trophy. You with them. You going home with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't going nowhere. So why would you even feel some type of way against somebody else that don't even stand a chance? They can't even hold up to your status, to your rankings. You know what I'm saying? So the jealous part, why? You feel what I'm saying? Why? Okay, if you think this person better or you think that person better for you, that they go treat you better than me or they go do you better than me, go be with them. Very simple. It's not hard, not complicated at all. But what you don't do is sit here and complain and bitch and nag at your significant other, male or female, about it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, and then why would you want to be with somebody that you think want to be with somebody else? Like I said, it just don't make sense to me. And I ain't gonna lie, I was young, I was jealous motherfucker, you know, what you talking to that motherfucker for? What you looking up there for? You know, I was that person. But as I'm getting older, like, that's what you want. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and see how that work out for you. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. If you with a motherfucker, you already up on the hill. The other motherfucker trying to get on the hill. So why you feel so intimidated and some type of way about that. You already got the spot. They trying for the spot. You know what I'm saying? Be more confident in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have more faith in your abilities and what you can do and the bond that you and your person has. And if you ain't got no bond, like I said, fuck it. Go be by yourself. Or, hey, look, this ain't what I want no more. Or some shit like that. But don't be sitting there being miserable, then making the other person miserable too because of your jealous bullshit. Because you might be right, you might be wrong. You know what I'm talking about? And now, this has been another episode of Polo's POV. Be sure to hit me up at MarcoPolo2K at iCloud.com. Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram. Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. I got some music. Polo DA Swag King on all platforms. Social Fly the Anthem. That's ANTHEM. And Ants in the Pants. ANTSINHERPANTS, all one word. And until next time, be good and be safe. Peace.